If a little green is good, more is even better. Now, back to Green is Good with John Shigarian and Mike Brady.
Welcome back to Green is Good. And we go from the UK to my hometown of New York City, New York. And we've got Joe Alexander, the general manager of Keetsa Mattress, on with us today. Joe, thank you and welcome to Green is Good.
John, Mike, good to talk to you guys.
Hey, listen, Mike, let me just say this, Mike. Mike, what do I have in front of me now that I never bring to the studio with me ever?
Well, it looks like it is either an iced coffee or a soda.
It is an iced coffee. I had not a great night's sleep last night. This is the first time I've ever brought coffee to the studio, and we're so excited to have you on today, Joe, to talk about Keetsa Mattress and getting a great night's sleep and a green night's sleep. So thank you for being our guest today.
My pleasure, guys.
Hey, so why don't we get right into this? First of all, how long ago was Keetsa Mattress founded, and how long have you been with them? And then let's go from there.
Well, me and my partner started this 3 years ago in the green capital of the world, San Francisco, California.
Okay.
And in 3 short years, we've gone from one little retail outlet in San Francisco to 6 stores in 2 countries and about 45 retailers throughout the United States.
This is amazing, and so this is not only talking about a green night's sleep and a great night's sleep. We're also going to be talking about you're really an ecopreneur, really.
Most definitely, yeah. It's what we've been able to do is kind of on the forefront of the green mattress industry and kind of spearheading this movement.
So wait a second. Let's stop right there. Give us the definition. What is a green mattress, and why should our listeners be so interested in your product?
Well, green has a lot of different connotations. What we define as a green mattress is one that addresses the manufacturing, the shipping, the contents, the usage, and ultimately the demise of that product. And here at Keetsa, we've addressed the eco impact of our mattress in every single one of those areas, from the way that it's used, how it affects your body, your indoor air quality, how it's disposed of, and the ability to dispose of it, how it's shipped. So there's a lot involved in that term, green mattress.
A lot of people, though, don't know about those other type of issues. The rubber hits the road for how they feel when they lay down on it. So explain the difference of laying down on a regular mattress versus your mattress.
Well, it's kind of difficult to tell. If we did a blind taste test, per se, and had a customer lay on brand X, which you'd find at most every mattress retail or major department store, and our mattress, you're really not going to feel much of a difference. I would like to say that, in my career, I've sold most of the major brands out there. We use a little bit better quality than most brands, better quality materials, more durable materials. And I'll tease you with this one. All of our beds come in a box that are UPSable or can fit in the backseat of your car.
Wow.
That's how durable and well-made they are.
Wow.
But, the quality is a little bit better, but the feel, they're all supportive. They're very substantial feeling. So you really wouldn't be able to tell much of the difference in the feel. Where you would feel the differences in your overall health and in your pocketbook.
And the experience. Let's talk about the experience. Let's start with the issue of off-gassing foam. Not something we think about, but is very important to the experience. Explain what that means and why your mattress gives a better experience than the typical mattress with regards to off-gassing of foam.
That's a very, very good question, John. And I'll tell you, what I usually find with customers is that they go on the Internet and they end up getting a lot of misinformation.
Okay.
And so we have to start with the basics. One of the basics I find that help people understand about choosing the proper mattress is understanding that there's only 2 types of foam in the world. There's memory foam and there's latex foam. And a lot of people get confused because they'll come into stores and say, I hate memory foam. Well, every bed that you've ever had, and we don't have to name the different brands, unless it's a latex mattress, it's a memory foam mattress. They might call it convoluted foam or some other kind of foam, but there's either petroleum-based foams or rubber-based foams.
Okay.
Now, we use both. We have both a latex and a memory foam, but our memory foam is engineered a little bit differently. And all the test results of everything that we claim are all on our website, where people can access. I think education and full disclosure is the responsibility of every responsible manufacturer and retailer. But with our foam, what we do is we replace 20% of the content, synthetic content, with natural plant oils. We use castor bean oil, which is a sustainable material. And then we also put the mattress, once the foam is produced, we put it through a 3-week process that basically cures the mattress. It accelerates the off-gassing. So what you have is the pressure-relieving breathability benefits of memory foam without the toxic off-gassing usually associated with most memory foams.
Well, it's amazing, Joe, and I've got to ask you too, John, if you've ever experienced this, but I got a topper, a foam topper that was pretty substantial. I got it from a big box store, and I was amazed at how compact it was, so I was able to fit it in the back seat of my car and get it home. But you talk about off-gassing. It was not pleasant, and you say that part of your curing process, Joe, is at least 3 weeks. It took at least that much time for the smell to just get off of that pillow topper that foam memory foam topper that I put on top of my standard mattress. It wasn't pleasant.
No, that's there's a lot of really harmful elements, toluene, formaldehyde, things like that are normally associated with foams, and they they package it and they let it off gas in your home, which is those chemicals go somewhere. They go into your brain, they go into your lungs, they go into your bloodstream. And that is not healthy. It's definitely not eco-friendly. And another aspect of that, too, which is not talked about as much, are the fire barriers. These beds have to, because they're petroleum-based, they have to have a protective fire barrier wrapped around the foam to make them non-flammable. And a lot of companies will use chemicals from Dow Chemical, and good luck trying to get them to divulge what the chemicals they use are, because they will not tell you.
Sure, it's a, quote, trade secret.
Yeah, it's tantamount to walking into a grocery store, grabbing a box of cereal, and where the ingredients are, it says, trust us, this is good for you. And that's...
So time out. Let's just go back to the off-gassing. So
Sure.
First of all, when we pulled your new mattress out of the box, we're not going to have the same smell, because I had the same issue that Mike said he had. I had the same issue.
Well, keep in mind, and this is another thing, kind of the basics we go over with people.
Right.
VOC, volatile organic compound.
Yes.
Right.
Now, that sounds like a horrible thing, but when you smell a rose, that's a volatile organic compound.
Mm-hmm.
That is, everything has a scent to it, especially man-made.
Right.
Now, there's a difference between toxic and non-toxic VOCs.
Right.
And that's what our products are tested for, and there's no detected toxic VOCs emanating from our beds.
So let's go back to then the fire retardant issue. So your beds are more fire retardant than the typical...
No, actually, they all have to pass federal standards.
Okay.
What we have done is we've engineered our own, in which we can talk about, our own fire barrier that is made with non-toxic compounds.
Okay, got it. I got it. So your fire retardant is non-toxin.
That's true, and you can go on our website, and we actually talk about, we believe that as a responsible manufacturer and retailer, that it is our responsibility to inform the public, to inform our customers of what they're going to be bringing into their home. We don't skirt that issue and pretend like it doesn't exist.
So you're going to so as a leader in sustainability with Keetsa, you're really you're part of your mission is transparency.
Most definitely. I believe that education and enlightenment is very important in this entire process, so people can make responsible choices for their health.
So the experience on your bed, if I was to lay on your bed, as opposed to a regular great brand that exists out there, a legacy brand, is closer to the memory foam experiences than a typical mattress experience.
Well, see, again, yes, but the typical mattress and memory foam is the same thing.
Okay.
The big major memory foam brand out there uses a really high quality of foam. They're probably the closest to what ours feel like.
Gotcha.
Because it's a high density feel like that without any of the off gassing or the heat. That's another issue with those mattresses, is they retain a lot of heat.
So let's talk about your trademark biofoam. What does that mean? What is biofoam, and why should our listeners care about biofoam?
Well, biofoam simply means that what we do is we're utilizing as much natural material in the actual process of manufacturing that foam. There's different companies out there that will use like latex.
Yes.
Latex is a rubber. Rubber bounces.
Yeah.
Rubber is not the most pressure-relieving material in the world.
Gotcha.
Some people can't afford latex.
Right.
Some people are deathly allergic to latex.
Ah,
so,
good point.
So if you can't have latex, you have to have the other type of foam.
Gotcha.
So what we like to inform our customers or prospective buyers are our beds perform like an organic mattress without the expense of an organic mattress.
And then what is and what before we get into organic mattresses, talk about also the evergreen stamp of approval. What does that mean? And what is and I've read your materials and I drink green tea every day. What is this whole green tea? What's the green tea connection with your evergreen stamp of approval?
That's a good question. Well, we're always looking for outside entities to be able to get certifications. Green America has certified us as a green company. We stand behind what they do. We think that their work is very important.
It is. We love them too.
Yeah, it's because this is a pioneering venture, and there's a lot of companies out there that can just stamp themselves green, and unless somebody calls them on it, they're going to get away with it. So companies like that, I think it's very it's smart for companies to go out and get third-party recommendations. To address the green tea issue, what we found is, like you were talking about, there's a lot of health benefits that come from green tea, and as in a lot of natural elements out in the world. There's an element in green tea called catechin, which is a natural odor inhibitor, and we use that in our foam mixture, and it helps keep the mattress smelling fresh over time. Like actually is a natural deodorizer.
No kidding. So green tea has actually even a sleeping benefit when it comes to the mattress.
Most definitely.
Hey, let me ask you a question while we're thinking about it, because there's a current commercial for a mattress manufacturer that has a guy dressed up like a giant dust mite. I don't know if you've seen that, but the thought just occurred to me, with the natural calming effect of green tea, does that also help control dust mite population? Have you looked into that? Again,
back to the education standpoint, using fear tactics to help sell something, well, it's an interesting take.
Yeah.
Dust mites are an insect.
Right.
And insects, like any other living creature, need food and water.
Right.
And so any surface potentially can become a harbinger for dust mites. Our bodies naturally slough off dead skin cells, organic materials.
Sure.
That makes for a perfect environment with warmth and the moisture from our bodies. So any surface that maintains moisture and a food source is going to become a potential breeding ground for dust mites. Wow. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of bed you have, latex or memory foam, that could happen. What we have is, and a lot of companies have, are dust mite protectors that you can use on the mattresses. We also include a little bit of cedar oil in the manufacturing of our mattress, which is a natural dust mite inhibitor as well. But dust mites are definitely, the longer your mattress lasts, the more that you have to be cognizant that that is an issue and potential exacerbator of any kind of allergy symptoms people might suffer from.
Yeah, but the fact is that you've already addressed that issue, and you've done everything that you can from a green perspective, and something that is certainly not going to do any harm to the people that sleep on your Keetsa mattresses.
Right. Back when we were kids in the 50s and 60s, there was this great innovation called the chemical, and boy, we had these great chemicals, and we could spray, it's going to kill insects and pesticides, and well, now, 30, 40, 50 years later, we're all suffering the side effects of that great discovery, and I applaud everybody's efforts to get back to more natural and finding natural remedies to situations like that.
It's a great point. And I know Mike's on your great website now, and I want to send our listeners there because we're not going to be able to cover every issue today, but I want our listeners to get more educated and find ways, if they're interested in purchasing a great Keetsa mattress, they can go to your wonderful website, Keetsa.com, Keetsa.com, TSA.com. So Keetsa, just like Amazon, Google, those they all have different meanings. What does Keetsa mean?
Keetsa means a place you can go to get a great green mattress One of our favorite slogans, you don't have to spend a lot of green to go green.
We love that one. Wait a second. That's a great. I think we're going to put that on our website, Mike.
Yeah, I love it.
That's great. Hey, listen, let's go back to something you brought up earlier, Joe, the organic mattress issue. Explain the difference of an organic and green mattress, and what do you, if you were, we were on an elevator right now and you were pitching us on your great mattress, is yours organic or green or both? What does that mean?
Well, an organic mattress is more of a marketing term than anything.
Okay.
With organic is a food term.
Right.
And there are entities out there that will, certify whether or not a food is organic. There is no entity out there certifying whether or not a mattress is organic. Now, you can build a mattress with organic components, but there technically is not anything out there that is a quote-unquote organic mattress.
Gotcha. So that's really a misnomer, and really we're talking about green mattresses and great mattresses. Organic really is not an appropriate term of art to be applied to the mattress industry.
Right. I think the better thing customers can do is find out what content of the mattress is made from organic materials. What are the VOCs? What is the fire barrier materials being used? And all that is great, but at the end of the day, is the mattress affordable? Is it solving your sleep problem? And is it gonna hold up? Because it could be the greenest thing in the world, but if it's not comfortable or you can't afford it, well, it's kind of a moot point. So what we've tried to do at Keetsa is to put a mattress that's green and performs like an organic mattress, that's healthy for your family and your environment, in the pocket, in a price range that the common American person can afford.
That's one of them.
It's really cool too, guys. I'm looking on your site now, Joe, and under the durability and warranty portion, it says, we hear it every day. My mattress only lasted for a few years before it started breaking down. And then you go on to say, poorly made mattresses fill our landfills, not eco-friendly. Keetsa strives to create products that will outlast most major brands. We back up that commitment with one of the best mattress warranties in the business, a 20-year non-prorated warranty. We stand behind all our mattresses for 20 years. Well, we don't literally stand behind your bed. That'd be kind of creepy. I love the sense of humor, but boy, that says it all. A 20-year guarantee, non-prorated for a mattress. That's belief in your product and the quality.
I forgot I wrote that. That was a good one.
Now wait a second. Now, for our listeners, is that longer than typical warranties in the industry?
Yeah, what you'll find is 10 years, 5 to 10 years. One major brand out there is 20, but if you look at the details, they'll say 10 years non-prorated, 10 years prorated. Another company has a 30-year warranty, but it's 2 years non-prorated, 28 years prorated.
Gotcha.
So, what I tell people is that for 2 years they stand behind your bed, but for 28 years they slowly creep away from it.
Wait a second now. Joe, the issue, you've heard about issues, as just a general consumer, about body impressions and how long people should keep their mattress. What is you're the expert. What is the whole body impression theory, and how long should people keep a mattress and where they can still get a great night's sleep?
Right. Well, one of my favorite questions I ask people when they ask about body impressions is I ask them how long have they had their car. Most people 5 to 7 years, and I ask them, do you have a big butt impression where your front seat is?
Right.
And they say no. I say, well, because that's a high density foam.
Right.
Now, you go to look at most mattresses, and my experience is on a daily basis working with customers who come in the door. They've had their mattress 4 or 5 years, and they have a big body impression. Now, they didn't wake up one day, and all of a sudden, 4 years down the road, they had a big body impression. It's been there for a couple years.
Right.
They went out and bought a mattress pad, a topper, to kind of get some extra use out of it. The reason that is, again, it goes back to most manufacturers have to squeeze as much profit out of their beds as possible.
Right.
So they use really low-quality, low-density foams that sleep hot, they off-gas, and they don't hold up well to pressure and moisture.
Gotcha.
Keetsa beds, we use, like I said, a higher quality, breathable foam. Our beds are so durable, in fact, guys, that we crush them under 1,200 pounds of pressure, vacuum seal them, fold them in half, and roll them into a box with a handle and wheels that you can roll out to your car, no delivery trucks. And those beds are sometimes in the box for a year, and they pop right up.
Wow.
That's how durable they are.
Wow. And let's talk about that. You know, this becomes with Keetsa a DNA issue. Talk about the box. It's 100% recyclable boxes printed with water-soluble ink, and the plastic bags that you use for the mattresses are also biodegradable?
Right. They're vacuum sealed in a biodegradable plastic bag so customers can take them home and compost them or pitch them in good conscience.
You know, Joe, this is an amazing ecopreneur story that you've created, and an environmental venture. You know, we've got about 2 minutes left. What pearls of wisdom with regards to green mattresses and great sleep and Keetsa itself would you like to leave our listeners with?
Well, again, I think that most people can do themselves a good service by getting on the internet, listening to shows like yours, getting as much information as possible, double-checking, verify facts, go out and find something that you can buy in good conscience for your home, that you can lay in and know that you're not getting poisoned to death at night. It's going to last you a long time. That's a company that believes and supports the environment, believes in the green movement. Put your dollars where your faith, your convictions are, and ultimately, make sure that it solves your sleep problems. It's going to last, and that at the end of its life, there's an exit plan. That the beds are recyclable.
Wow, recyclable beds. That's amazing. And, for our listeners, go to Joe's website, Keetsa.com. There's prices. There's stores you could go in and actually test the product on, or you could order it online. Correct, Joe?
That is correct. You go to Keetsa.com, or we have retailers throughout the United States and most major cities who have the exact same prices and who stand behind the product and do a great job. I've gone out and trained every single one of our retailers by hand personally.
Well, Joe Alexander, you're truly one of the leaders in the whole green revolution. We're so excited that you were able to come on the show today and talk about your great mattress, Keetsa Mattress. Again, all our listeners should be going to Keetsa.com, Keetsa.com. Joe Alexander, you are living proof that green is good.
John, Mike, thanks, guys.